What is up, YouTube? This is Ryan over at Warrior Gaming, and today we have a really interesting war to share with you guys. As a matter of fact, this is going to go ahead and kick off our war recap series of videos. And we were really excited when we saw that we were getting matched up with a clan from the Mega Empire family of clans. Many of you are familiar with that, I guess that clan name, because for a long time they've been, at the top of the rankings for trophy count and all that. Mega USA 4 is their official, warring clan. So they're not really a farming clan, not really a pushing clan. This is just their war branch, I guess. And we were pretty stoked to find that out. And I mean, as you can see, these guys didn't do super bad, super terribly. They were a mostly 2-star clan. I think some of their Town Hall 10s dropped down to get our Town Hall 9s 3-starred. But they were mostly just using Go Wipe and Go Wee Wee. And as you guys can see, 2 stars does not win wars. Hashtag Moltmath. Sorry, just had to throw that in there. Anyway, good try by the boys and girls over at Mega USA 4. I would encourage them to start looking up and researching the 3-star attack strategies that are out there. We were faced with a few anti-3-star bases. So that was a plus. That was some good practice for us, but as you can see, we pretty much cleared the board here, except for 1 or 2 Town Hall 9s. I'm not sure what the story is on this one. That's a little odd. But anyway, we have some very cool attacks to show you guys. We had 1 3-star at Town Hall 10 by our boy Lee. And Lee has really just been killing it recently with these mass witch attacks. Been doing a great job, even with max Town Hall 10 bases, so great job, Lee. Anyway, so we've got a very popular kind of ring-style Town Hall 10 base here. And Lee takes full advantage of just that huge open space right here in the middle. Coming in with 2 golems, wall breakers, queen, makes a nice wide funnel. There's really not much, I guess, to funnel here. Sending in his witches, drops a nice jump, just needs to get through 1 wall there. And his royals, he opts to split them up. He's putting his king obviously on the right, queen on the left. And, not being a Town Hall 10, not being familiar at all with this attack strategy, I'm not quite sure why that is. If you have a good explanation for it, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I could always ask Lee, but, I haven't, and now I'm doing the video, so there you have it. Anyway, you can just see, man, these witches are so overpowered. I mean, he dropped, I believe he dropped 10 of them. And he's got this freeze spell here, but because this Inferno Tower is set to single, and the only thing it's hitting is those skeletons, I think he's just saving it for, maybe this Wizard Tower down here if it starts doing some major damage to his witches, but it's not. It just went down. And as you can see, guys, it's pretty much already over at this point. I mean, he's got so many witches still up. I doubt he lost any more than 3 or 4 witches. I mean, just look at this huge horde of little skeletons, and it's over, guys. So big props to our boy Lee. He's a beast, just a war machine. Let me scroll down here. I had this was the one. I had a few attacks picked out here. I might get it wrong at some point, but I'm pretty sure this one's right. Yeah, okay. We just had a really nice, a very solid, cold-blooded. Wait, is this cold-blooded? No, this is a shattered hog attack with no witches. John Warlock is just fantastic with hogs, as well as lune. I mean, the guy is very well-rounded with his knowledge of all the different attack strategies. Anyway, this is a pretty standard CC lure. Ever since the update, people have been opting to put a lot of dragons and Valks, loons, very high hit point CC troops in the clan castles, and it's been a little bit of an adjustment for us because you know, we're just not used to level 5 dragons in clan castles. So anyway, very clean CC kill. He kind of opts to sacrifice a lot of the hit points from his left golem here in order to get that CC down without using any witches. It might have been better to use witches there, I don't know, but since he wanted 2 golems here and more hogs, I guess he just kind of opted to sacrifice, you know, most of one of his golems for that. So he's going in for the queen kill at this point, and just barely makes it, but you know, he knows what he's doing. I'm sure he knew exactly how that would play out. Sends just a big pack of hogs in here, coming in on the right, because there's really not a huge double giant bomb threat in this base, aside from the core, which, as you can see, this golemite is gonna trip one of them, and oh, excuse me, trips both. John is great with his heals here. He's patient, but not too patient, guys. Be sure if you had the choice between healing too early or too late, heal too early, because you cannot heal dead hogs. That said, you can't heal too early, or else you're gonna you know, end up with a large portion of the base left and nothing for your hogs. And hogs are nice and squishy, so you definitely want to keep those guys under heals. But anyway, at this point it's over. He's got a huge pack of hogs left. He was good about dropping his cleanup troops early. You know, once those defenses were down in that part of the base, he's starting to drop his cleanup troops. So we're just going to fast forward here, because as you can see, that's pretty much the whole story. Really nice job, John Warlock. Great attack as always. Let me see. Another one of John's. Yeah, John had a 6-star war. Okay, this was a nice one. This was a another hog attack. This might be a stoned. I'm not sure what he's got in the clan castle here. I couldn't imagine him having anything but a golem. This might be stoned. We'll see. Stoned is when you use 3 golems with either a hog or a lune based attack. Whatever it is, he's keeping it in there. Anyway, just coming in with his 2 golems, no lore, making a nice wide funnel. Matt is always great about that. Dropping the king maybe a little bit too early. It looks like he had a wall breaker fail, I think. I'd have to go back and rewatch that. I was not paying attention. It's tough multitasking, doing these videos, trying to keep up with everything that's going on the screen here, and getting my commentary right. But anyway, so CC is dead. He opted to rage his kill squad. Now with that rage spell, when you're doing a no lore kill on the CC troops and you decide to use a rage spell, you're getting more out of that rage spell than just, you know, killing the CC troops. Once those CC troops are down, you know, your queen, your wizards, whatever else is in that rage spell, they're also going to be, you know, taking out other defensive buildings, other trash buildings. So you're getting a lot of value for that rage spell. So depending on the base layout, it might be better to do no lore with a rage spell than it is to just have another heal spell in there. As you can see, it definitely worked out for Matt here. I mean, 2 heals was really all he needed for this attack. And I will criticize him for this. We don't have any cleanup troops here. No wizards. Usually, with a hog attack, you're going to want to keep 2 to 3 wizards in the bag, maybe a couple minions, something like that. But it's not going to be an issue for Matt, because he's got so many hogs left over, and they split up very nicely at the end of this attack. And he still has his nice level 19 queen up, so that's going to help as well. We're going to go ahead and fast forward, because that's pretty much the whole story. So really nice job, Matt. Very solid. Looked like a stoned go-ho. Alright, we're going to look at an air attack here, an air raid by Snack. This one is just really clean. I liked it. It was just very textbook. This looks like a shattered lune. Bringing in 2 golems here. Now, usually with I'm gonna pause this. Usually with shattered Lalo, you're gonna want to bring if you're a level 9, you're going to want to bring 2 level 4 golems and have that 3rd lava hound be the max lava hound in your CC. But he opted for the golem in the CC, the level 5 golem, and that's fine. I mean, that's kind of a small point, I guess. But just something to note there. Anyway, he's just coming in with his kill squad, very standard stuff. Drops his jump early to make sure that the pathing is going to be there for his king, for his golems. And his goal here, again, is to take out both of these air defenses, as well as the CC troops and the queen. So, a big job for his kill squad, but he's got the heroes to do it. He's got the wizards backing him up. And there you go, second air defense going down. And I love the angle that he takes here to start off his balloon and lava hound deployment. Starts off at the very bottom with one of his lava hounds to soak up any traps and any point defense from something like this Tesla here that might be shooting at his lunes. And drops 2 rages fairly early. I'm not sure if he needed both of those that early, but you know, better early than late. And boom, there you go. That's it. He didn't even need that extra rage spell. He really could have done this with just 2 rages. Unfortunately, because this was just such an overpowered attack, I think he's still... Okay, it looks like he just has 1 lava hound still up. So he had 1 lava hound that didn't bust, and that's definitely going to hurt him here for a lack of cleanup troops. But he's got the time, he's got the lunes, and he's still got a decent-sized pack of little lava pups up here, kind of doing their work. So we're just going to fast forward it here because at this point it is just cleanup. Unfortunately, the lunes didn't really split. But yeah, he got the job done. Very clean, very well done, very well executed, shattered La Lune attack. Very nice job by Snack. Now, I usually don't do this, or I'm usually not going to make this a habit, but I'm going to go ahead and show one of my attacks, just because it was kind of a fun attack. Something you don't see too much anymore, and I'm going to go ahead and pause it real quick because I do need to explain one thing. I had so many troops here, as you can see, that my last 2 spells were, I guess, outside the range of my little bar here. And as you'll see, about a minute into the attack, I was late dropping my jump spell to get into the core here because I couldn't see it. I'm in the middle of the attack. I've got a million things going on. And I finally realized, oh my gosh, I've got to scroll over to get my jump spell. So I dropped it about a second and a half too late, had a really unfortunate split go on that I didn't want to happen. But the nice thing about these hybrid attacks is that they tend to be a little bit forgiving. And you know, as I said in the introduction vid to this channel, we're really going to stress details in all of our videos, including the war recap videos, which, you know, if we have a moment to kind of to have a little teaching moment, then we're definitely going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and say that as a general principle, the simpler the attack, the better. Because if the attack is simpler, then there are just fewer things that can go wrong. And even if things do go wrong, a lot of the times with these simple attacks, it just doesn't really matter that much. I'm not going to say that logo wipe is a super easy attack strategy. I mean, it's probably easier than Hogs and La Lune. There's got to be a little bit of thought that goes into it, but by and large, it's a very easy way, I think, to start transitioning into the 3-star attack strategies. And depending on the base, it can be the best strategy. You probably could have hogged this base just fine. It's fairly obvious where the double giant bomb sets could be. But, you know, like I said, I was kind of operating by my principle that the simpler the better, and I went ahead and just used a good old-fashioned logo wipe on the space. Some people say Golo wipe, or Golo wee wee. I'm going to say logo wipe and logo wee wee because I think it's easier to say. I just like the word better, and if you have a problem with that, you can make your own channel and say Golo wipe or Golo wee wee. So we're going to say logo wipe and logo wee wee here at Cola Warrior Gaming. If you don't like it, tough. So anyway, I always like to wait for a few seconds to make sure that I've got everything that I need, and a little OCD like that. I'm going to start off by just dropping these minions here. No point in wasting wizards, because they're eventually going to die once they get close enough to these corner defenses. And just starting off creating a nice wide funnel, because P.E.K.K.A. AI is just awful. Going to start off by dropping the witches, because I want those skellies to get out in front for the clan castle. Clan castle came out a little bit earlier than I expected. Caused a very, very slight kind of panic moment. I dropped these hogs to try to get this mortar here to the left, but they ended up going to a Tesla that I did not expect to be there. And the point of going after that mortar was to help with the funnel, to get things going into the core here. And you can see where I dropped that jump spell late, and I had an unfortunate split that, who knows, it might have ended up helping me. But in any case, we've got enough troops going to the center here to get the job done. And the job, of course, as you know, with any hybrid attack style like this, a logo wipe or a logo wee-wee, is primarily to take out those cored air defenses. Because once you do that, you can start deploying your lunes around the unprotected defenses. And there we go, both air defenses down. I don't know why I used that queen ability there. I think it was just a... I think it was to try to get down that last air defense quicker, and obviously I clicked on that too late. Anyway, starting off with my lune deployment here, just targeting individual defenses. Again, did not expect that Tesla to be there. I expected most of these Teslas to be in this moat around the core, but I was wrong about that. It's not going to end up hurting me, because again, these hybrid attacks are pretty forgiving with little mistakes like that. And this air sweeper is causing problems for my lunes, but you know, nothing that they can't overcome. And at this point, as you can see, it's pretty much over. We've just got one archer tower left, and that Tesla. You know, Teslas are pretty nasty on lunes. I will say that much. But yeah, so that last Tesla's going to go down, and we have more than enough for cleanup. As a matter of fact, cleanup has been happening, you know, pretty much since the first minute of this attack when I had that split. And we're going to get the 3-star here with a good old-fashioned logo wipe. No, the hybrid attacks are not dead. So anyway, that was our war with Mega USA 4. Good job to those guys. Excellent job to the boys and girls over at W.A.R Raiders. And this is Ryan with Cola Warrior Gaming, reminding you that W.A.R Raiders spells war.